This is my road, let it roll. Pack my dreams in a beat up leather case, left the dust of that suffocating place. They said a girl like me should stay in line, but I'd rather lose their map than lose my mind. Tune the radio to a station playing wild and free. Windows down, smelling like the pine trees. 500 miles and I'm just getting started. Say goodbye to the heavy-hearted. Oh, nobody's holding the reins tonight. I'm chasing the edge of the morning light. This is my highway, my open sky. I've got wings and I'm ready to fly. No yellow lines can tie me down. I'm leaving my tracks all over this town. Freedom, freedom, yeah. Now they call me an outlaw, call me a breeze, shaking the leaves right off of the trees. Ain't no speed limits on the choices I make, with every single risk that I happily take. Got a heart like an engine, loud and true, writing my own rules. Nothing brand new, just an old soul singing with the modern beat, dusting off the pavement under my feet. This is my highway, my open sky. I've got the wind, can tie me down. I'm leaving my tracks all over this town. Freedom, freedom, yeah, ooh, yeah. And if I get lost in the dark of the night, I know my own stars will show me the light. No more shadows to cover my face. I'm running my pace, I'm winning my race. Freedom, yeah, just let it roll.
Well, good morning, everyone. How are you this morning? I hope that you guys can hear me loud and clear. Drop a 1 and a fireball if you are ready for what's in store today, because this is absolutely freaking wild, y'all. I cannot. Oh my gosh. Every single time, every single day, something new comes up. But what about the old stuff? What about the old things that comes up? And a little piece of the puzzle is dropped every single day, and we say, OMG. Holy, are you guys ready for a Fireball Friday? Hey, I am so ready. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, tag a friend, share this, hype it, do whatever you possibly can, because, if you're coming here to learn the truth about the case, from court documents, from evidence, from crime scene pictures, to what have you. And we have some very, very astute individuals in my stream that I am so thrilled for. Okay, so thrilled for that they come here and we mind meld. And I need every single one of you here today to come and mind meld with me as we walk through this bombshell, fireball, whatever you want to call it, Friday, because this is wild. So come along the journey, grab your coffee, your tea, your snacks, grab whatever you need, your recorders. Make sure you hit record. We're not here to slander, defame, or harm anyone. We are here seeking the truth in the Idaho 4 case. And let me tell you, has anyone seen just a little bit of truth in the last few days. Because remember, we're here for commentary, education, and entertainment only. Opinions are based on public information and speculation. No accusation, no defamation, or legal advice is intended. And all persons are definitely presumed innocent until proven in a court of law if they are in fact guilty. So, viewers, make sure you do your research, decide for yourself, go to Justice for All, get the documents, look them over, read them. It is so important. Hello and welcome in every single one of you truthers. You guys are my truthers out there. Hola. Hi, Cozumel. Truth and Redactions, welcome back. Terry, we've got some OGs in the house. Let me see. Yeah, I'm ready for this Fireball Friday. Pretty much Finland, welcome in and happy Friday to you. Caleb, we've got plenty of those. Wow, we've got plenty. We're going to get through it together. Hi, no talkie before coffee. It is Friday. Absolutely. You know, I love Freedom Fridays. Why? Freedom Fridays for the last, I would say, 8 years for me. Hey, Rebecca, look so differently than they used to look 20, 30, 40 years ago. Okay, we are definitely going to pop this thing off today. Peony, welcome in. Welcome in, Veronica. Welcome in, Sharon. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to drop what freedom looks like to you. What does freedom to you feel like? What is freedom to you in a sense of your own words? Because there's an actual study out there on what people think freedom is. And I'm going to share that with you, of course. It is Freedom Friday. Unless your name is Brian Koberger, you are so guilty just by the sight of you. Yeah, can you imagine? Can you imagine people still, we live in a day and age where people judge you by your cover? Huh? Yes, people judge you by the way you look. And that perception put out there, like I said, Freedom Friday, free for some, not for all, especially in the Idaho fall, in the IDAHO4. Yeah, Idaho fall. Country girl, welcome in. Just Jackie, Lulu Bell, welcome in. Hey, Sharon, Muggsy, and Red Cersei, welcome in. So, what does freedom look like to you? Well, this independent study, obviously, I'm into studies. If you know me, you know my background. I'm so into studies. And before we get into this study, I just want you to take a look at this with me because when I saw this morning, I want to know your first word that comes to mind when I show you this. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's some massive news going out. I look at studies all the time. And when I saw this, I was like, where is my full screen? I'm looking for it. Hold on. All right. Let's see if this one's better. When I saw this, oh my word, guys. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you look at this article? The first thing that came to my mind was, oh shit. Right? They say that there is a parasite that is sickening thousands across several states, with Michigan getting hit the hardest. So if you are in Michigan, make sure that you go to Costco, go to your local grocery store, stock up on wipes, on whatever you need. Because I don't mean to laugh, but this is awful. Okay, I had food poisoning twice this year already, and this is not funny. I'm trying to keep a straight face, but it is really bad. But not only that, if you are anywhere in California, Utah, Arizona, Nevada, there's also something called valley fever. Okay. And it's in the soil. And I never thought about this before getting food poisoning. It might have not been food poisoning, it might have been valley fever. And see, anyone with autoimmune issues, you guys know that you have to be very careful. Wash all your fruits, your veggies, everything, and be very cautious around people who are sick. And sometimes I feel like I live in a bubble. And maybe this is my outlet, right? But pray for those in Michigan getting hit the hardest. This is miserable, but stay hydrated. Natural electrolytes are the best. And that was just my little PSA out there. Okay. So either this or valley fever because of the storms, because of the winds, because of all this stuff going on. Now, you can't get it from another person. Mind you, this you can. Valley fever, you can't. From what I'm aware of, there is direct human to human in this bug going around, this parasite. Have some good parasite cleanse on hand. Eat some good, healthy greens and veggies. You know the drill. All right. So it's going to be explosive. Make sure you guys are stocked up. Now, let's get back to the freedom topic. All right. There is actually a freedomforum.org where you can go to, and I'll drop the link below so you have that on hand. And, you know, freedom to me, yeah, better grab toilet paper before it's all gone. It feels like the vid, right? It feels like the vid, toilet paper. And there you go. Wormwood and moringa is very good. And so is black seed oil. I mean, that would cure everything except for death. If you don't know about black seed oil, that was always my first go to. But wormwood is very good. Stock up, get plenty of antioxidants in your body, green veggies, avocados, anything with glutathione to help clean out that liver. Okay. Um, Parasites cause all disease, if you guys don't know about it. And when I say cleanse, I'm not meaning a juice cleanse. Yes, that's a good start. I'm talking about antifungal, anti-parasitic, anti bacteria, anti everything. And there are foods that are anti everything. If you just look them up, there's plenty of herbs. And yeah, I want everyone to be well. That's why I always say, you know the drill, be well. Okay, so there is an actual study. And I know that I've asked this almost every Friday. Okay. And we talk about what freedom looks like. Well, I labeled this free for some, not for all in the IDAHO4. And I'll get to that because I know that's why you're here for all these fireballs today, but we're going to do this together. So freedom, what America stands, you know, in the survey that they took, the First Amendment remains vital to Americans, the freedom of speech. That is so important. But let me give you a PSA. Freedom of speech is to say whatever you want against the government and not really get in trouble. That is the First Amendment. You can't threaten, you can't harass, you can't harm. Remember these key points. But also remember the freedom of speech is not, and I have this on my stream all the time, and I talk about it's not the right to defame individuals. You don't have that right. There could be legal repercussions from that. You could get in big trouble. And if you got money you can burn through, go ahead and say what you want. But I'm just saying, you have to be careful. Now, how many of you, drop a one, have been watching Birdie and have been watching the Fox Hollow Farm update, season 2? Now, there was a video on there I want to show you. And I'm trying to send this to myself. It's too large. But let me see if I can move this copy. I'm going to put it there. And let me see if I can just pull it up on my computer. And you're just watching the first. Hey, that's not, I mean, start there. It's 4 hours and then the last one is another hour. And, you know, he had a special guest, Jeff Jellison, on last night that was really, I mean, just really, if you get a chance, go watch it. But some things you have to be careful of, right? You just have to be careful because you could actually get, unfortunately, sued for some of the things that you do say on social media. And as we live in a day and an age where so many of us have platforms, where so many of us are using these, platforms to share. Yeah, the coroner is amazing. But here's the deal. You have to be super careful. Okay? There is no doubt about it. I mean, if you've watched the update in season 2, they are showing I'm trying to get the video up here. Let me see if I can grab it. They are showing one of the individuals in the documentary. Let me see if I've got it. I don't think I do. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it on Birdie's channel, because that's probably going to be better. They're showing Birdie and Fox Hollow. I'll give you my take on it. Now, this is the one that he was talking about on the documentary in the second season.
Of Fox Hollow hiding in plain sight. It was this scene that grabbed my attention.
How much do you think he knew? Well, I think.
Now, obviously, I can only play a little clip of that, so go check it out. But it seemed almost as if the documentary was having Ainsworth intimidate Graves or make Graves very nervous when asking questions. They're zooming in on his hands on the table, kind of trembling. He's stuttering with his answers. So Graves and Good.
Now, keep in mind, I don't think this is the same guy. The other guy would be about 77 by now. And
Deadass.
This is where he says Fox Hollow Murders is Rob Graves actually Herb Baumeister. I don't think he is, but what I do think is this could possibly be his son. Oh my God. Boy, did I go down a rabbit hole last night and the night before. This is insane, okay? This is insane. I believe allegedly this could probably be his son. When Birdie does this, watch what you see.
They need to call the cops. Watch this. Bro. Nose, lips, do not move. Ears are lined up. Pupils match. The only difference is that Rob is looking the other way for the camera. But if you wanted to see what you would look like when you were aging, I don't know. I think that lines up pretty damn good.
All right. So alleged maybe son, brother, somebody in the family. Now, I know for a fact Herb's son's middle name allegedly may have been Rob. Now, you guys can go down this rabbit hole on your own. But I will say, this was wild last night, and I'll give you my humble opinion, and I don't want to have any spoilers, but I think there was some type of knowledge in that town that they didn't want, and mind you, this is my own humble opinion, they didn't want the gays around. Gay men in their cities, they didn't want gay men around, and they started picking them off one by one. There's rumors that 56 bodies were out there on Fox Hollow. There's rumors that they've only found 11. His riddle has me, doesn't it? Oh my gosh, I put that on my YouTube last night, and let me grab that. I just one thing for sure is every time that I go through something, I'm like, wow, I've looked at his riddle, and this was the riddle that Goodyear admits to lying about his relationship with Baumeister. He was in a relationship with him for months, and he still denies ever being involved in the murders. However, this guy knows quite a bit, and I believe his wife knows also. Dang, that just fell over on me. Hold on one second. Woo! I got the heebie-jeebies. I don't know why that fell, but it fell on me. So here's a riddle he gives everybody. I was never attacked because he claims to be the only survivor that ever lived. I'm not a murderer. I don't think he is, but he knows about. Exactly what am I? A witness? A witness, right? Tell me what I am. A witness, not an accomplice, not a victim, never attacked. What am I? He's a witness, but he's not a whistleblower because this guy will not speak. But whatever was going on in that town, other than maybe allegedly some crooked policemen that covered up and probably did something very outrageous, I think this guy is a witness, but he's just not a whistleblower yet. But boy, he is on their radar. So and somebody put that dude's energons were off the wall, not good, no bueno. And I think little old Herb was too little and too weak to be able to carry a dead body to the backyard from his swimming pool. So I think, yeah, an enabler is a really good solving mystery. That is awesome. An enabler, maybe. Absolutely, maybe. Or Herb was paying this guy to help him. He was the strong arm, he was the enforcer. I mean, those are just my humble opinions. You've got your own misinformation about the 1,000. Yeah, they're not 10,000 bodies, they're fragments. So fragments, so like bones. So there's 10,000 bones, teeth, that can include everything, not bodies. Definitely. And it's Fox Hollow Farm. There's only one farm, and I know everybody says farms. Herb looks like Bill Gates. Oh, kind of. Ooh, he's the informant. Wow, I wonder. Totally had help. He couldn't have done that alone. Welcome back, Munson. I'm so good to see you here. Yeah, you've got so much to catch up on, Brenda. Good to see you. There's so many amazing nesters that came in here. A town in my state fired all their city officials for bringing an unwanted data center to the area. Wow, that is wild. That is wild. I never heard anything about it until I watched Birdie. Yeah, KS Jensen art. Absolutely. The corner is absolutely amazing. Seems like a really good man. Wants to what? No, it wasn't. That's the first thing I thought up, and I started looking everywhere. The bones were just right on the surface. I mean, watch the series. It's pretty impressed. I'm pretty impressed, but I think this guy knows about this ordeal and has some answers. A witness, right? And let's talk about the witnesses in the Idaho 4. Are you guys ready for this? Whoa. Do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up. This is going to get out to as many people who needs to see this. All right? We've talked about freedom, and we've talked about maybe what's going on in the latest of YouTube and TikTok, and I made a video this morning. And 1 second before we move forward. So, the freedom of religion was one of the things that came up on where America stands, right? But there was a lot of 1A misunderstandings. I put this in here. So Americans identify First Amendment's right as assembly, press, petition, speech. You can look at the percentages, but I found it really shocking that 34% mistakenly think school administrators can limit high school students' right to protest based solely on disagreement with the cause. It is absolutely wild, some of these statistics. Know your Constitution, know your amendments, and, this right seen as more essential than the First Amendment based on cultures, ethnicities. If you go and you look back, even income brackets, right? Income brackets, 39% in the 100K plus believe the right to due process of law in criminal cases. That's what we did not see in the Idaho 4, in my opinion. 27% in the 100K plus believe the right to a fair trial. Again, I don't think we saw that here in this case. We didn't get a trial. He didn't even have the ability. He, Brian Koberger, didn't even have the ability to go to trial. They stacked the narrative against him. They stacked the narrative against him. But look at the percentage of ethnicity that believe this. 49% of African American believe 49% in the right to due process. Right to due process. Now, I watch a lot of these injustices on TikTok. I'm watching Amy and her fight against Amazon and big old Jeff, right? I'm watching and learning more about all these cases. I'm no expert. Remember, I'm just a grandma watching this, an individual, not with any agency and not pushing any certain narrative or agenda, but looking at the evidence. And all they had was circumstantial evidence, even with all the new reports. Now, we knew that Ethan had what? He had defensive wounds. I went over his autopsies. We saw that, right? And America's still self-censor. Fear of violent response is 42. Most cited reasons for not speaking up is the fear of violence, right? We've seen violence in this case. The fear of tension between family and friends, 37%. And the fear of being perceived in a certain way, 33%. These fears have trended downward by 2 to 3% points in the last year. If you guys are interested in learning more about your rights and your freedom, go to this page. There is so much. There is the 2025 report over to the side. You can download that. You can actually see the statistics of the report itself, and you can go down and look at the curves. You can download it, share it, right? I mean, it's just the facts. It's just the facts. It talks about who's watching the watchdogs. And I've always said this. Who is fact checking and double checking the fact checkers? That would be us, by the way. All right. When values collide, I mean, this is whole assembly, lower income methodology. I mean, this is one of the best studies that I've seen out there. And I'm a study person. I will research and I will read research, and my husband hates it because I'll pick a good study over anything. But let's get into it. And I want to preface this with saying, remember your First Amendment rights. And this, they have a whole center for it. Okay. They have a glossary, religion, speech, press, assembly, and freedom of petition. All right. I want you to understand what it is. Are you all ready? Is this a coincidence or not? Now, yesterday, remember, my streams are day to day. We left off with this yesterday, watching Hunter in the clips of the body cam of Warner, right? We left off here. I need everybody's thought process here. And I mean everybody. Now, I don't know what's to come. I don't know what's to come. You know, his dad said he was framed in the book, the Idaho murders, and they say that his dad talked to somebody in a pharmacy and he says he was framed. I don't know what is on the legal bound for them, but I know they do have a family attorney. I do know that. Why did they put them all in handcuffs? I don't know. Unlawful search and seizure, probably. Now, I want to make sure everybody's on the same page with me. Drop a 1 if you were here on my stream yesterday. Drop a 1. I'll wait till some ones start coming in because I don't want to lose anybody. If you just came into the stream, welcome in. You haven't missed anything. Yesterday, we were watching the video to see if Hunter had blood on his hands. I do believe, allegedly, in my opinion, he had something on his hands. Don't know what it was, but we do see him drop the knife and there is some blood on the table. All right? An arrest warrant is not a blanket arrest to everyone, right? Well, they could go in and then detain the family, and I think that's what they did. I think they detained the family. Okay. All right. It's about time we have some truth fireballs. Here we go. Just started, Kimberly. Welcome in. Hey, Jennifer. Come on in. I've been missing lives, but watch as soon as I can. I hear you, K.S. Jensen Art. I hope everything is good with your family. Reggie, welcome in. Good to see you back. All right. Let's get the show on the road. Now, you see him with his hands in the air, right? Again, Chris Watts pose, not once, twice. Twice. And I want to take a look. Let me go back just a little bit. This is Noons.
Where's she at?
He's coming up.
Yep. Where's she at?
Where's she at? Where's she at? Dylan doesn't have shoes.
Where's she at?
Bethany across the street has shoes. I want you to focus on people's shoes. That's what we're going to focus on today. Is this a coincidence or not? That's the title of this segment here on Freedom Friday.
Yes.
Where at? Up here?
Up here. You got us call from them that someone, they're looking normal, and I just came checking.
Okay. All right. So, as you well know, we're looking at Hunter Johnson. Has anyone ever thought, why is he just so suspicious? He does say, I checked to see if she was breathing.
And I didn't check him yet, but...
And I didn't check him yet. He didn't check Ethan yet.
I'm pretty sure
13.
He says, I'm pretty sure they're dead. That's what I'm assuming. That's alleged. Okay?
Okay, get back.
All right. Now, the homie gives me goosebumps. Yeah, the cop calls him homie. Now, I want you guys, somebody says it's too dark. You can't see anything if it's on his hands. I agree. It is dark. But why would you walk around? Look at the way he holds his hands. No one else is holding their hands like this, guys.
I don't know if they're still doing that.
Look at how he's holding his hands. Okay?
I grabbed the knife.
There was no knife on that table. He says he grabbed the knife from the kitchen.
1370. Okay, stay back there, please.
Now you just heard, and I'll go back just a little bit. Volume up. He had that knife in his pocket, I believe, because it wasn't in his hands. And then you hear the drop on the table, and when they walk by, the knife magically appears.
They're still doing that. I grabbed the knife. They're like...
1370. Okay, stay back there, please.
Drops it. Now, I have one of these tables. I've got a few of these tables, actually. And I know what it sounds like when you drop a knife on it. That knife was dropped. And as the cop walks back by, you're going to see the knife on the table. And I'm going to slow it down just a little bit. And the knife magically appears. Let me take this off the screen. The knife magically appears on the table right here. And we've got the Chris Watts stance yet for the second time. Okay? Now, as the cop gets closer, I want you to take a really good look at Hunter Johnson's shoes.
slow down. Just come here. There's two. Looks like fatalities.
Now that was Noon's body cam. And when you go back over, I'm going to show you another view just so you guys know. Over at Connor, he's got a repository for us. Over at Connor, you go to Warner body cam. I believe it's 2. Don't quote me on that. I don't know these by the top of my head. I think it's body cam 2 because they got mixed up backwards. So let me go back on Warner part 2. Oh, maybe it was part 1. No, I should probably write this down. Warner part 1, because he's leaving the station. And I'm going to go to where he runs up. This is a better view. All right. Runs up. Yeah, I'd hate to say that too. Remember the First Amendment, which I just told you guys, what we went over. The pumpkins are on the 3rd floor. All right. Runs up the stairs. No knife is on the floor here. Noon's, there was a knife. And check out his shoes. Let's just take a look at those shoes for a minute. And let's do a live dig. And I need everybody's mind meld here together. All right. We're going to do this together. Because I remember early back in the day, I even made a video of this. Someone, I don't know who, okay? Someone released this latent print. I don't know who it was. And we did a live on it. Does anybody remember? Drop a 1. I'm going to see if we did a whole live on this latent footprint. Right? Someone leaked a footprint and it wasn't even the correct footprint, folks. Now I wonder why people do that in these cases. Why do they even do that? All right, I think I found it. IDAHO4. All right, you guys, it's like when everyone dressed and it's spring outside, it was 30. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Somebody dropped this fake latent footprint before the real crime scene photos came out. And everyone has been trying so desperately to figure out, was this Dylan's shoe? Drop a 1. Well, let me do a poll. This will be easier. Is the L4, it is an L4 latent, and I'm going to bring it up for you to see. Is the latent print? I'm going to ask you a question. All right, here we go. Here's a poll. Is the L4, and let me grab that L4 because this is going to be really super important. We are going to talk about evidence. All right, we talked about Hunter, and we're going to get into Dylan's shoe. Is the L4 latent print Dylan's shoe? What do y'all think? Do you think it's Dylan's? It was the footprint that looks like this. Oh, shoot. I took it off. This is the L4 latent footprint. I don't think I could be more angry. This case is an absolute mess. I agree, Morgan. Welcome in. Hit that thumbs if you just joined in. I don't find it unusual these days. Kids don't seem to care about the temperature. Yeah, dressing like whatever you wanted. I mean, thank God Walmart's not open in the middle of the night. The people are still going in their pajamas, right? Well, yeah. Okay. So L4, 67% are saying yes. Wow. 33% are saying no. 1, if you think that this is Dylan's shoes. 2, if you think it's not. And 3, if you're not sure. Yeah, it's really common. I mean, it's very common to wear shorts out in the season. Especially if you've got somebody who keeps the heat on really hot inside. Yeah. Now, when I was young, I bundled up. I hate the cold. Yeah. And then you get in your car and you have heat, and then you get in that gas station or whatever and you have heat. Guy, you guys are almost split. You guys are split. Holy moly. A peony says it's Hunter's shoes. Many of you already probably know the answer from all the little tiny bits and pieces that we've learned, right? Yeah, me too. I grew up in the area. It's cold. All right, I'm going to stop the poll. We are at a dead split. 45, 45, and 17. 42 now. There's a lot of people that are not sure. So if you think that this is Dylan's footprint, type a 1. If you think it's not, type a 2. If you're not sure, hit 3. We always have those that aren't too sure. All right, we're going to stop it. We are split down 38, 38, and 23. All right, let's get to it. They are sliders. What kind of sliders? I know that in the evidence, Anne kept looking for vans. Everybody kept looking for vans. Even the forensic experts say they're vans, but they don't fit vans. They just don't fit. Unless we've missed the big picture together. I sure hope not, because this print tells a lot of the story. Remember, this print was wiped up and cleaned. Wiped up and cleaned. We know they cleaned. And what if I told you that Hunter Johnson was said to give those shoes to DM because she didn't have any shoes? DM was wearing them in her interview. She was wearing them in the interview. We all saw those. Nike slides and Adidas slides are very common. Absolutely. But what if I told you they could possibly be Vans slide-on shoes? Converse or Vans? I looked at Converse. What if I told you they may allegedly be Vans? We've been racking our brains night and day. Now, I've told you about the slider L5 and L6 on the back door that allegedly Hunter had similar ridge patterns. Okay? She was borrowing those Vans. I believe they are Vans. Absolutely. And we can guess in this case. Ann Taylor was looking for Vans. Didn't Ann Taylor want Dylan's Vans? Does everybody remember that? Let me grab the document in the MPD. She wanted to go back all the way in 2024. What happened to her shoes? I don't know. It was with the pink blanket, the pink jacket. She wanted something else. Her sheets. And this is what they were asking for. Even the Converse, right? Black and white Vans shoes, red and white unknown shoes, black and white Converse shoes. That was MPD 140. MPD 140. Stop it. He gave DM his shoes. I didn't know that. Y'all know the answers here, right? This was on the 23rd, February 2nd, 2023. Dustin Blaker was asked by Corporal Brett Payne to respond to Mrs. Taylor wanting the evidence. Okay? She said they wanted to set aside the items. And I thought, Vans shoes. Okay, well, maybe they weren't the Vans. What Vans could they have been? And the Adidas black and white short sleeve shirt and a green and pink coat that was unknown. All right. So we got that. And DM in her interview walks in with the exact shoes. Now, who gave her those shoes? Right? Come on. Who gave her those shoes? Do you think the police gave her those shoes? It was allegedly rumored that Hunter Johnson gave her shoes to go to the police department. And she has the same green sweats on, but somebody gave her a sweatshirt to wear. I don't know whose sweatshirt it was, but they also gave Bethany a sweatshirt because Bethany didn't have any clothes on. And Bethany goes down to the police station with a yellow hoodie. Remember that. Remember this. Okay, we're going to get to it probably next week sometime, but you can put the pieces together there. Now, if you were on my stream last week, I did maybe 2 or 3 streams and a couple of videos about this, and it drove me absolutely bonkers. Why the police would say, ignore the latent print, ignore it, right? Totally ignore it, because the footwear impressions with the diamond pattern not photographed due to a previous discussion of officer footprints. Tell me what cop was wearing Vans. Please, I'll wait. I'll wait. Now, many of you know already where I'm going with this. Many of you know. It wasn't L3. It was L4, guys. It was L4, the latent print. Now, I figured Hunter's wearing them. Dylan's wearing them at the interview. There she is again. Were they Vans? Possibly. There's the print. And yeah, I don't know any cops that don't wear latent. Latent means it got wiped up. It got wiped up. Somebody cleaned up. Yellow hoodie guy. Oh, why is nobody talking about the clothes? What happened to her clothes? What happened to her clothes? Right? That's a great question. Yellow hoodie guy once again. Who was yellow hoodie guy? All right. They weren't soaked, but blood was on them. Well, they were in the washer and dryer, weren't they? Weren't they in the washer and dryer? They went and took out the clothes in the washer and dryer, and they also removed her sheets and some other things. It was really looking like Dylan was the villain, right? I mean, they really wanted to paint Dylan a villain. Remember, in all the new reports, I don't know if you've seen them yet, but we're going to talk about them. In all the new reports, Dylan is cleared. No prints match hers. No, she's eliminated from all the DNA, which kind of shocked me too. Okay? All these exemplars didn't match. I mean, no identification of the digital copies of the Friction Ridge's exemplars bear all of the individuals, including the defendant, Brian Koberger. So nobody did this crime. All right? That's what I'm saying. Nobody did this crime. Is this some game? L5, they said they excluded Brian Koberger, Maddie. This is the latent print on the back of the sliding door. They excluded Bethany and Emily. Well, this is what they were going to take to court. What about the expert that said, and her supervisor that says, yes, they look like the same ridges. We need better prints. But then they said they were excluded. They were excluded. I'm shocked. And then they looked at L6 and they excluded all these people, even though they said there was similarities. These reports, I put in a little spreadsheet. These reports actually say something else. The state was trying to pull a fast one. Pull a fast one. There were similarities, but they couldn't identify who it was. How ironic. They had DNA. The only thing that we have, and it feels like that case where the Air Force guy, I believe he was Air Force, got framed with murder and it was an unknown DNA and they're not going to catch him for many years later. Think about it. All right, so when we talk about freedom, there's some people running around with freedom and some of them that aren't. They're sitting in jail. Randy Orton is here, the Viper. Randy. Oh, the Viper, RKO. Okay, got it. So when you think about this, she isn't cleared from the debris in Ethan's hand, though. Absolutely. And Ethan did have defensive wounds. I've always believed there was a fight, and he didn't have to go up the stairs, and he didn't have to go to the house. He could have went somewhere else, and he brought danger to other people. What kind of danger? Interesting. All right. So let's keep going here. So there's the Leighton van print. Is it possible that these vans could be that Leighton print that was cleaned up and Amido Black had to be sprayed on? Is that even possible? What do you guys think? Is all the evidence falling in place, or is this circumstantial evidence? Remember, we're just doing speculation here today, allegedly. Is this possible that could be the van footprint? Because remember, in order for this Leighton print to be showing, you spray the magic chemical on it, out pops out the print, and then what happens? A print is there that someone has cleaned up. Now, who cleaned up? Who walked in this blood and maybe tracked blood right in front of Dylan's door? Could this be those vans that Hunter had on and gave to Dylan? But they want us to say those diamond patterned were not photographed due to previous discussion. They might been officer footprints. Tell me what officer is walking around in vans. Tell me. Anything is possible in the IDAHO4 case. So let's just do a little overlay. And let's just see, dang it. Let's just see if that is even possible. I'm curious to find out myself. So here is the vans. Okay, so if we just, an off-duty cop wearing slipper shoes, I have never found a shoe that matches this. And this came across my head last night as we were watching the video of Hunter on the body cam, putting his hands up over his head, having something on his hands, dropping the knife, and the drips of blood we see on the table in the evidence photos. and everything just started to line up. Now, I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm just saying it looks to be, in my humble opinion, allegedly, that these shoes may match this diamond footprint that somebody had to have cleaned up. Is there a way we can do this? Let me see if I can make this a little bit more transparent. See if I can do it a little bit more. Wow, there you have it. Wow. Could it be? Were the party police, what were they wearing? Yeah, I overlaid it. That's the best I could get it. And look at the way the pattern of the shoe stops. So this has to be the other shoe because this is flipped over backwards. This is flipped over backwards. So it has to be this shoe because this would be the right shoe if you flip it back over. That is the shoe print. And I believe if there was blood on these shoes, it would just be on the tips of the shoes. Because what happens, I'm just going to ask you guys, logic here. We're going to use some Phoenix logic, okay? I didn't see any other shoes like this in the house. Did anybody see anything in the crime scene photos? Anybody at all? Because I don't remember seeing anything like this in the crime scene photos. Let me make this larger. Now, the other shoe dropped. All right. So, Bethany said that in a text that she was wearing all black. Why? I don't know why she would say Xana was wearing all black. I don't know. But in my opinion, it could be possible. Remember the basketball player that Dylan said kind of looked like a basketball player, tall and lanky, not very muscular? And then I remembered, did Hunter Johnson, I don't know the answer to this. I need everybody's brains. Did Hunter Johnson ever play basketball? Was he a basketball? I mean, I know he's built like a basketball player. Is that even possible? Let's see. Hunter Johnson is a former university student athlete. Basketball career, played men's basketball at the University of Idaho Vandals. While the official 2026 Vandals roster doesn't list him as a current player, he's recognized in Idaho sports and community context as somebody connected to the program. His basketball background is part of his public profile, especially in relation to events involving University of Idaho students. Wow. He's the hero, guys. He couldn't have done this. We're not saying anybody did this, but maybe Hunter knows more than he's saying. Perhaps. So he is a former University of Idaho basketball player. Wow. He was the neighbor and a friend of a victim. Why does it say, wait a minute. What the frick? Did you guys just read this? What the hell is this? I know that AI could be wrong. What the? This has got to be wrong. This has got to be the wrong Hunter Johnson. Legal status. He's listed in the Idaho Department of Correction database as Gary Jamie Hunter Johnson, currently in custody in the Idaho Maximum Security Department of what? His charges: convicted of assault or battery upon certain personnel, aggravated and threats against state elective officials. His release date is something's got to be wrong. September 14, 2026, with parole eligibility the same day. He was a neighbor and a friend. He was directly involved in high-profile murder case. He's now serving time. What? Under Gary Jamie Hunter Johnson. What? Oh my God. You got to be kidding me. What? We got to go do a live dig. Everybody hold the presses. Hold the presses, guys. Hold the presses. We're going to go do a search. We're going to go do a search. Gary Jamie Hunter Johnson. What? What? Hold on a minute. I got to see if there's an... No, this is not the same guy. AI is wrong, folks. He's in maximum security institution J block. What? This is the same one that wait a minute. Now I'm confused. Yeah, I'll screenshot it before anything's erased. You gotta be kidding me. 36 in custody. Assault or battery. I gotta go and look for this guy's picture now. AI's got it so wrong. Hold on 1 second. And that was just a search on Copilot. What? He played basketball. Now it says, this is why you always got to double check AI. Let me see if I can find an image of this guy. There's got to be a screenshot. There's got to be something. That's odd. He's in J block, same as Koberger. Let me go and look. Common enough name. Yeah, but they say it's Gary Jamie Hunter Johnson. Holy moly. So it says that he was arrested and he's released for parole. Has been granted. Age 36. Let me see if I can find. That is so wrong. Gary Johnson. And they said it was Twin Falls. So weird. 36. Gary Johnson. That's a... Oh my gosh, you never know what we're going to get on a live, guys. Remember, my lives are not scripted either. Except for if I find something, maybe a brother or cousin. What, in a high-profile murder case, though? Maximum, yeah, max security. Can we sue AI? Y'all be tripping. AI be tripping. Call a doctor if this is true. I'm going to need one, Tammy says. It can't be the same guy. We're digging, baby. We are digging, digging, digging. All the way to CHINA. Didn't HJ get kicked out because he attacked a kid? Whoa, really? I've never heard of that one. We can look at his record in a minute, though. Twin Falls. I'm looking for Gary Jamie Hunter Johnson. Gary Jamie Twin threatening to kill a prosecutor. What? This is somebody totally different. All right. So that is not the Hunter Johnson we were looking for, guys. That is AI BS. Wouldn't you all agree? What a fireball. Okay, so I'm going to go to the I court. Let's look and see if he's got a background. Wow, that's wild. I've never had anything like that happen. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Johnson, Hunter. Let's see what we got here. Hunter Isaac. Okay, here we go. So He had an infraction. I don't think he's ever beat anybody up. Fail to register a vehicle. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah. All right. I just want to make sure I got the right one. 1999. In 2022, driving too fast. Let's see what the other one in 20 was. Driving too fast. Driving too fast. Driving too fast. And later, driving too fast. So he just likes to drive fast. I mean, most guys will. I don't see anything else on here. Let me look. Johnson. Nope, I don't see anything else in the repository. And let me just go back real quick and look at something. He doesn't go by any aliases either. You're chomping at the bit. Sounds super nice. No, I don't see any aliases. So, okay. So let me think about this. They basically said additional potential footwear impressions, diamond pattern, not photographed due to previous discussion of officer footprints. Is Hunter Johnson a cop? Allegedly? Is he a cop? Huh. I wonder. Because according to this statement, diamond pattern not photographed due to previous discussion of officer footprints. Huh. Let's just think about this a minute. Hunter is a common name for a rural or old family. I think his middle name is Harrison. You think his name's Harrison? I thought it was Isaac. Because this guy was born in 92. 18. False information provided. Identity. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I believe his name is Hunter Isaac. I'm just going to confirm this real quick. And that's what I was thinking to put. Okay, got it. Hunter I. Johnson. Oh my God. What the hell? Yeah, it is Isaac. It is Isaac. And let me show you. Hunter Isaac Johnson. In 2021, he worked at 875 Drive. His contact information was Perimeter Drive. That is athletic trainer in Moscow. He went into this area. The MPI profile for Hunter Johnson is established in Moscow with medical specialization is a specialist technologist focusing in athletic training. The healthcare provider is registered with the MPI registry. He has a number on June 2021. What if y'all are wild? Look at this. Use your logic. All right. It is Isaac. Use your logic. There is his last update was 6/5/21, enumeration date. He is a technologist, athletic trainer, respiratory developmental, God, I can't read today, rehabilitative and restorative service providers. He has a bachelor's degree and a major. Yeah, he was working on his master's, and that's why he was still in the area. Yeah, his middle name is Isaac. All right. So it's legal word salad. Yeah, I agree. Totally 100% agree. Okay, let's go back to this real quick. So I need your mind melds. If this was the latent print that was erased, amino black was put on it, and this was potentially a perfect match for these vans, and those vans were given to Dylan, where did these vans go? And he was always around when noise complaints were made. Is it possible? Is he an alleged informant? Is he an alleged... That's odd. He was in a master's program and hanging around with younger grads. When I was doing my master's, I was hanging around with other master's program as well. Yeah. But he was also dating Emily, who was much younger, and hanging around all those kids. They were all from Boise. Huh. I wonder. It makes me wonder that if these were hunters, look at how big they are on Dylan's feet. I mean, I can zoom in. Let me zoom in. Hold on a minute. Let me see. They were pretty big. Where's her feet? Ah, dang it, I zoomed in too much. Her feet were hanging out. Her toes were hanging out. Her toes were hanging out of there. So if those are the shoes she had on when she left, she walks out. Look how big they are on her feet. They had to have been Johnson's. He let her borrow them. And it was a rumor back then. Yes, that's another odd thing. Almost every 911 call, he's there, but records show he didn't live there at the time. Did he live in the spare room? Hunter had a role there, good or bad. He had a function. My speculation. Yeah, I would agree. So, yeah, look at her. Her toe is hanging out of these shoes. Totally hanging out of those shoes. So if this could possibly be, if this is the latent footprint, I'm just trying to think here, and it matches those, and somebody erased the print. Homeboy. Looks like, yeah, she did. Okay, so let me just think about this. What other role could he play? I know you guys basically said an informant. He could be an informant. What if they are her shoes and not his? They look small on him. Well, let me go back. Hold on a second. Let me go back. Oh my God. Let me zoom in on. Why would she wear those big shoes? They do look small. Holy freaking moly. Did Hunter come over with no shoes, or was he there with no shoes? Where are Hunter's shoes then? Munson. My God, girl. Holy moly.
You are the greatest of all time.
Inked Mama.
You are the greatest of all time.
Whose shoes are these? Are they Emily's slides? I don't know. They look too small on Hunter. They look super small on Hunter. They look way too big on Dylan. Look at how her toe hangs off. And when she's walking out the back, they're still too small. Ah, shit. Oh my goodness. If they're too small on Hunter, look at that. Can you guys see this? Do I need to make that larger? If they're too small on him, look at his foot hanging over. They mixed them up. Well, hold on a minute. I'm going to go back to this. Let's watch his feet. Do they look too big now? Let me go back. Let me see as they're walking. Hey, Bethany, we see you over there. Okay, hold on. Hunter is wearing shoes that are too small. Dylan is wearing too big. What is going on? I need you guys to think. They mixed up shoes and couldn't change in front of cops. But somebody doesn't have shoes. Shoegate. Call Cinderella. Hunter stole her shoes. I was joking, of course, y'all. Slider gate. Woohoo! We've got it. Slider gate.
You are the greatest of all time.
Okay, so if Hunter's sticker gate, yeah, sticker gate, slider gate, show gate, no, show gate, shoe gate. Okay, so who? Let me slow this bad boy down. I feel like it's a riddle. If his shoes are too big, small, and hers are too big, whose shoes are they? Caleb. You're always the goat, man. All right, let's see. Let's get a freaking view here. We need some answers. Whose shoes are these? Drop a 1 if you agree with me. What is going on? Do they all wear the same shoes? Show Walter Gate. Oh my gosh. One pair had blood to be thrown out. So how did they get past police? Trade it out. Ah, Goldilocks situation. Goldie Gate. Or they actually belong to a UC undercover, and the shoes were given to HJ and he passed them off to Dylan. That's why it says they belong to a cop. Whoa! Could that be an undercover cop was there? An informant. Their community shoes. No, they've got all fungus going on. If the shoes don't fit, you can't commit.
You are the greatest of all time.
We need to find out whose shoes these are. If the shoe doesn't fit you, it must not be legit. If the shoe don't fit. Oh my gosh. Oh man, he got really close. Let me see back. Let me go back a little bit. Got really up close. Dang. Now we got to go find pictures of shoes. Whose shoes are these, people? We're going to find you. They're too small. They're way too small. Let me screenshot this and put them in here, and then you guys could. Yeah, you guys were spot on. Dang. Good catch, Ink Mama. Good catch, Munson. Freaking A. Whose sliders? Where's Emily? Was Emily standing outside too? Here's the picture of the shoes. They're freaking way too small. Are they pink or are they white? Does everybody have matching shoes? Now we know why it stinks in Moscow. What in the world? Way too freaking small. Let me go back out and let me see who's missing shoes. Let's see if we can see. Let me go back to Noons. I'm going to go back to Noons or even Law and Crime because Law and Crime's got it too. Let's see. He gets out, walks up. Come on. Let's see what shoes they're wearing over here. Go grab a snack. All right. She's right here. What kind of shoes does she have on? Slippers? Uggs. She's wearing Uggs. Whose Uggs? Hers? Lyndon Beck. Lyndon Beck. What did I don't share shoes with anyone. I don't. What else are they sharing? Who knows? They share a lot of stuff over there in Moscow. I'd rather have a burger slider. What if they're prisoner shoes? The cop just happened to have them in the trunk. Oh, that's a good one. I've always said that about pain. Yes, there was a cop there, read Dylan's latest statement, unredacted portions. There was a cop there. Read Dylan's latest released statement. Holly Berry, where did you shower shoes from the bathroom? Holy moly. There wasn't a cop there. In what document? I haven't gotten through that 1000 whatever document yet. I'm still going through it. Bethany is wearing some type of Uggs. Bethany's in the blue. Right next to her is Josie and Lyndon Beck. I will share my shoes with my girls, and that's it. What shoes? Go back. They are small on him. Here's a picture of his shoes. They are tiny. All right. So let me do this. It feels like slides. They just throw them on quickly. Okay. So did a cop give did a cop give Dylan those shoes? Allegedly, they just all showered. They had shower shoes on. Whose shoes were those? Where are his shoes? Where are his shoes? Where are Hunter Johnson's shoes if those aren't his shoes? Okay, wait a minute. Lana went over last night. She says something very odd about a cop on the steps. Okay, wait a minute. I need all of you guys here. Our mind power is going to figure this out. But if Bethany is, why would she need a new hoodie? If Bethany is in the blue, that's not Bethany. That's Emily Allant. Bethany is across the street. Bethany is in the plaid. Yeah, that's not Bethany. Yeah, that's not Bethany, guys. Dylan needed a hoodie. Dylan couldn't get back inside. You see, she's wearing a shirt. See her, she's in the shirt. Okay. Bethany is across the street at the flagpole, at the light pole. They look like prisoner sliders. Okay, I'll check this out. Lana went over it last night, said something very odd about a cops on steps. I'm in a hurry. I wear whoever's shoes they are. Absolutely. I agree, MMF. Did they all just shower? Is that why they're warm? I can't see any reason Hunter would be there barefooted. No, so where did his shoes go? Mommy taught us to share nothing with anyone, not even sisters. Yeah, but Dylan said that in her statement. I mean, they gave out blankets. Math problem. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? What shoes is she wearing? Dylan doesn't have shoes. Wait a minute. Fresh pedicure, just kidding. But what in the world? Probably Emily's. Well, let's just think about this for a minute. Josie and Lyndon have shoes on. Dylan doesn't have shoes. These shoes are too small for Hunter. Where are Hunter's shoes? Maybe he got blood on his shoes and left them over at their apartment. Now, what shoes? Bethany's shoes, remember yesterday I showed you. Let me go back to that body cam. I'll show you. She's got like little sandals on that you have to buckle, but Dylan didn't have shoes on. Hold on. I just had a thought cross my mind too. Let me put this up on the screen. I've got a picture of Bethany's shoes. Hold on. Let me see if I can throw it up on the screen. That's too far away. Come on. Nah, this is Warner. I need to go back to Noons. Hold on, guys. I need to go back to Noons. Where are you at? Remember, go to Connors and give him some love. He's got all these interviews. Noons. Where you at? Where you at? Noons. Arrival. Come on, get over there. Bethany is across the street, right? She's standing here. Remember, she's standing. Is she over there yet? Hold on a minute. Yeah, she's standing over here by the light pole. Okay? That's her standing by the light pole. And then Jenna pulls up, parks. There she parked. Hold on, she didn't park yet. Sorry. It's on another body cam that she parks. Everyone else has shoes on. That's Emily. Bethany is still across the street, and I think I got a picture of her shoes from yesterday's stream. So let me grab her shoes. They're like a little buckle brown kind of pair of sandals. Let me see, where'd I put it? Shoot. She's got like a little pair of buckle on. Let me go back to the other video. Hold on. It was Warner's. Dang it. Connor, what did I do with you? Let me go back to Connor real quick. Warner's got the best shot of her shoes. So Bethany already has shoes. So where are Hunter's shoes? Warner's got the best camera angle. Let me share this. Where'd it go? All right. Oh, Gundy. He gets out, runs up there, and I just passed it. You can see the little shoes she has on. She's got like little brown slipper shoes on. Okay, so Hunter. That leaves Hunter with no shoes. I wasn't in that live. I know you've been so busy. She's not over there yet. Okay, I think maybe it was just her slides. Outside, and DM needed new shoes quickly. HJ might have thrown his over the power lines. Oh my gosh, I would have never thought that. In the wash with the other stuff. Maybe. What did Dylan go to someone's house to take a shower and the girl's mom braided her hair? And that's where she came from. Well, that's what somebody said, but I thought that was after that all happened. I have to look at my Excel spreadsheet. Okay, but wait a minute. Let's go back to this statement. Additional potential footwear impressions. Diamond pattern not photographed due to previous discussions of officer footprints. There's a bunch of shoes on the power lines. Yes, absolutely. Okay, yeah, it was after. But if he's not a cop and they wiped this print down and someone said, oh, no, just ignore that. It's probably officer footprints, right? So if you bend down, let me go look at the crime scene photos. If you bend down to check somebody's pulse, he would have those shoes on. They would be in plain sight. I've always thought this was someone else with the braided hair. All right, let me go back to the crime scene photos. If you bend down and you have these slipper shoes on, he ruined them during cleanup. Holy freaking moly. If you bend down with these types of shoes on, don't they curl up in the back? Are they real soft or are they real hard? I mean, think about it. If you kneel down, if I kneel down in my sandals, the back wouldn't get blood on them. I'm going to have to do an experiment. The back wouldn't get blood on them, just the tips, just the front. They don't curl up. They don't, but do they touch the floor all the way? That would make sense why he ruined them. Men don't own a lot of pairs like women do. Holy moly, is this why they're tiny shoes? Tiny shoes. Tiny shoe gate. The back would lift off the floor, wouldn't they? I mean, let's think about it logically. I know that when my kids wear sliders or flip-flops or those little Crocs, they don't. Right. The front would only have blood. So is that what we're seeing when we look at this freaking latent print that was wiped? I mean, if we're looking at the latent print that was wiped, let me see if I can get really close in on this. It wouldn't lift up off the floor. It's just the beginning. So that would be, his heel would be hanging off the back. But then, obviously, who did cleanup? Who did cleanup in the early hours? What was I just said his name. What was that guy's name again? Lindenbeck. Let me go to Connor. Hold on a second. Let me think this through. The only other guy that was interviewed about Hunter Johnson, the only person that talked about Hunter Johnson was Lyndon Beck. The people that cleaned are the people that already knew. But what did Lyndon Beck say? Let me find Lyndon Beck. Hold on. Let's listen to his interview because I know I wrote down that Lyndon Beck said that he wasn't sure where, I believe. Let's listen. Hold on. Let me change this.
All right, my name's Lawrence. Okay. What is your first name?
Oh, God, that's awesome. The people that cleaned up are...
And what's your date?
2002.
And what's your phone number?
They would lift off the floor but not curl. That's what I thought. I was thinking...
Like here?
Yeah. Is that a frat?
Yeah.
Which one's that?
Lyndon said he didn't know if he was there the whole time. Okay, let me go to the transcript.
Stay inside most of the time.
You stay inside most of the time. Let me see. What's a good search word? Lyndon said he didn't know if HJ was there the whole time. Yeah, he wasn't sure. Apartment. Didn't he say something about the apartment? Let's see if this is it.
Like that's like the two apartment complexes, right? And I was like up here. And the other house is like back here.
Can you access that off of the side road, or does it come through the parking lot?
You go, like the parking lot, you go right here.
Okay.
Go walk through.
Football field distance? What kind
Yeah.
of distance?
I'd say so.
Okay. And that's Joe's apartment?
Yeah. The apartment.
Gotcha. Okay.
They both live there.
Okay. So, you guys woke up about that time. What woke you up at that point?
What woke us up?
Yeah, what's, did you
Just
have?
woke up.
Okay.
I don't really know.
What'd you do at that point?
We were just hanging out in the living room.
Yeah.
Just talking. And then we were up till probably about almost 5.
Yeah.
And then went back to bed. And then we woke up in the morning. I'd say probably around 9. Maybe earlier. I'm not really sure. I didn't sleep much.
Yeah.
But and then came into the room.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I think, and she sounded pretty scared. She said there was somebody in her house last night. They ran downstairs and locked themselves in a room because she saw somebody in her house and she could only see his nose and his chin or something like that.
Okay.
And then she was freaking out. She wanted us to go over there. So we got her stuff and went over there.
Got her stuff and went over there.
So you and Josie at the house didn't go to the
No.
You and Josie at the house didn't
right?
go.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They also didn't go to the guy, right?
I don't think so, no.
So when was nine in the morning ish? When was the time before that you saw?
I was up with and Jeff at 3.
So that you were hanging out with the girls at that point?
Yeah.
Was Hunter there?
Yeah, he was sleeping in the bed.
Okay.
Or he was at his apartment, I'm not sure.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Or he was at his apartment, I'm not sure.
Or he was at his apartment, I'm not sure. Where did Hunter Johnson live? Or he was at his apartment. So there was missing time that Hunter Johnson was not. Yeah, you're right, Munson. He wasn't sure if he was there or not. Thinking out loud, they could have been Xana's shoes and HJ. Okay, Xana's shoes. Okay, so now we know that they don't know exactly where Hunter Johnson was. I think we've established that. Where was he? Where's his shoes and where was he? Where are Hunter Johnson's shoes? And who was the last real person? Let me go back. I've got the new digital phone. Who freaking called? Who? Oh my God. Remember yesterday when I said who called Ethan? Who Snapchatted and called through Snapchat? Holy moly, this makes sense. Okay, don't go anywhere, guys. Use your brains. Help me with this logic. Now, if Hunter's shoes are missing and Hunter's missing, allegedly, well, Lyndon Beck says he's not sure. His shoes are missing. And hold on. There was something that the text that Ethan got from Hunter Johnson at 10:09. Was it 9? Yeah, 9:26. Ethan sends Hunter Johnson a snap. Drinking with Xana and Bethany. Come hang with us. Xana and Bethany, Ethan and Hunter. That's on page 238 of Broken Plea. All right, so does it say anything of who saw Hunter Johnson last? Okay, at 24:43, which is the wrong time, that would be 12, no. Yeah. 12:43. Why did they write it like that? That would be 0043. Ethan, yep. When responding to Hunter Johnson asking if he's still at Sigma Chi, that was Ethan's cell phone timeline, page 105. Well, we don't have those digital evidence. Ethan's cell phone. He receives, "Are you still at Sigma Chi at midnight 21?" Okay. And the last time Ethan receives 20 minutes later, "You're getting cheated on." 20 minutes later, "You're getting cheated on." And that's it. I don't see anything else. There's no communications with Hunter. So Hunter was drinking with Ethan and Xana. I had the wrong frat name. It's Pi Delta, and the kid was... Oh, got it. Okay, no problem, Jennifer. Okay, so... And Hunter said he got up and locked his doors at 3.
I remember in there though.
I remember him in there.
Okay.
Yes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Lulu Bell. Holy moly.
You are the greatest of all time.
And remember, anyone that I give you the goat this month, you are entered into the drawing at the end of the month for the Amazon $50 gift card. Make sure you guys remember that. Spread the word or don't spread the word. The more awesome comments that make sense than what we're talking about. Oh my gosh. We're doing this together. What if he stayed in the spare room? Well, Emily, well, wait a minute, guys. Remember, Emily was supposed to be asleep. She worked the game and she was so tired. And remember what I told you? What if Hunter wanted to party? He wasn't going to hang around and just hang out while Emily slept. And maybe that's why Emily Alant wants to follow me so bad and comment on until I blocked her, of course. She's worried we're going to figure this out. And they don't know who I am. They're wondering who the hell I am. Oh my God, I can't make this up. I think it's the same time they woke up randomly, wasn't it? Lyndon said, let's listen.
And then obviously knows girls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is she part of that, or is she in a different sorority? Is she in a sorority right now?
Yeah.
She is. Okay.
Well, I think she might have dropped, but she's still.
So she was still in the sorority, but she dropped? Emily dropped too. Is that right? Is that what he said?
Okay.
Well, I think she might have dropped, but she's still technically.
Is that what happened? What did she get in trouble? Was that the vote that was in Dylan's room? The letter from the sorority?
Obviously knows girls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is she part of that, or is she in a different sorority? Is she in a sorority right now?
Yeah.
She is. Okay.
Well, I think she might have dropped, but she's still technically, or maybe not technically.
I don't know whose room that was. JD said that he lived in the house. I don't know where he lived in that house the previous summer. I don't know where anybody lived. I mean, this is musical rooms, guys. Freaking musical rooms all over. Alleged musical partners, musical shoes, you name it. Musical beer, alcohol. Let alone maybe even musical knives, alleged. All right, listen.
Beth. Okay. So you woke up, Emily Hunter there. Normal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then and
You're right. I remember seeing that, Munson. I remember seeing Emily make that TikTok and it was the same one in Xana's room, but it was moved just like that banner, right? The Sigma Chi banner in the closet. I remember that. Sharing is caring. You're killing me, Lulu Bell. It was driving you crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay, so doesn't he say that they get up and they go back to bed around 5?
Morning.
And that was what time-ish?
Maybe around 10-ish.
Okay. And then you guys went over to the house. Did you all drive in the same car?
We walked
Walked.
because it's really
That's
close.
not that. Yeah, that was my bad. Trying to kill the environment by driving. So what happens when you get to the house?
Ran out, or they were crying, walking out, and I got there before us.
Was he with you guys left the apartment at the same time, or?
Yeah, he went ahead of us.
Okay.
He was, I think, really concerned.
Gotcha.
And we got there, I was inside, and everyone was crying, and I went into the downstairs door, but I didn't go up the stairs because
Crying. Wait a minute.
it was up there too. He said, "Don't."
Who was crying? How did they already know? Everyone was crying. And when we got there and was inside, and everyone was crying because they had already seen him.
Gotcha.
And we got there, I was inside, and everyone was crying, and I went into the downstairs door, but I didn't go up the stairs because it was up there too. He said, "Don't come up here, you don't want to see this."
Okay. How well do you know? Did you know Ethan?
Not well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just know about him, kind of thing, through the girls.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever talk about Xana or Maggie or Kaylee? Maddie, sorry.
What do you mean?
Did she ever talk just about them having boyfriends, anything like that? Did she know Xana? And
Yeah.
so
No, they're really close friends.
right. So do you remember them talking about anything like boyfriends that are being assholes?
No.
Oh,
guys-
shit. Holy shit. Boyfriends who were being assholes. Didn't Pete say he had to take Ethan? He grabbed him and went outside and got a beer. Who's the boyfriend being assholes? Because listen, cops don't ask questions like that for nothing. He's poking for answers.
Boyfriends that are being assholes?
No.
Guys maybe at work that are being assholes? Anything like that? Okay.
Guys at work being assholes. Guys at work. Guys at work.
Have you seen or heard anything on social media popping up?
No.
Okay.
My phone died.
Understood.
Well, all the girls call Hunter Johnson daddy. I mean, if you guys saw the earlier post that most of the videos have been taken down, everything was they called him daddy. What was all that about?
My camera's about to do the same thing, so. Okay. Is any of the girls that you know of having kind of stalking history or anything like that from guys in the past?
Not that
No.
I know of.
Okay.
I did hear Dad say something about like a month ago there was like a guy stalking her or something like that. I think you might want to talk to her about that.
Okay. Okay. Anything else that I need to know that you can think of?
Not that.
So didn't they say 5? They went back to sleep at 5. So they were up between 3. Did he say 5 a.m.? Oh, they were up until 5. So they were all up from 3 to 5, right? Yeah, daddy could mean anything nowadays. Hey, Philly girl, welcome in and thank you for becoming a new member. You are going to see all those fabulous member only videos. It's going to rock your world. Yeah, I was thinking daddy could be Big Papa. I love it when you call me Big Papa. Yeah, daddy. Yeah, daddy. You guys seen those TikTok videos that you got to say it sarcastically and then funny and yeah.
And then we're up.
Okay, so and then they were up until 5. So they were all up between 3 and 5? Whoa. We're going to the Linda Lane archives. Or which one's better? The security cam between 3 and 5? Which one? Linda Lane or security? Which one? I'll tell you what. Philly girl, you just reminded me. I'll give another $50 Amazon at the end of this month. So get ready. If you become a new member, or if you renew your membership, I'm going to throw you into that drawing for the another $50 Amazon gift card, y'all. I love to give back to this community. So you become a new member, you are entered, Philly girl, into that new drawing. All right. So best comment, $50 Amazon gift card. New member, $50 gift card. And y'all don't be clowns about it, okay? So they were up from 3 to 5. That was his own admission. They were all up 3 to 5. And then we woke up back that morning, like after. Coincidence or not? Let's do this. If they were 3 to 5, no one heard a thing. Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. If you become a member starting all of July, we'll throw you in there. So no info, DEA agents. I'm mad because tap my cell in the basement. Yep. All right. So you're in the drawing. You're in the drawing. Okay. So 3 to 5, what would be the best? I think the security camera. What do you guys think? 1112 security camera? 3 to 5. Do you think that it picked up anything between 3 and 5? Do we even have time of that? You know, I rely on other creators that I don't know why they got FOIAs answered. I didn't even get an answer back between 3 and 5. Obtained a FOIA. Okay, let me see. 1112. Okay, let's go there. Let me see. 3 a.m. to 5. Obviously, that's not the one that was redacted. 3 a.m. 3 a.m. Let's just see. 4 to 5. 3 to 3:30. 3:30. 3:40. 3:45. 2:30. What the frick? There is none? There's 4. 3:50. Why is there no audio for that time frame? Oh, there's gotta be. Hold on. Let me go back up and look. There has to be. We've got 4, 3:30, 4 to 4:05, 3:55 to 4, 3:30 to 3:35. They're in 5-minute increments. 12 to 1. Where is the audio? 3:45. Here. Okay, here. Here's part of it. Very little part of it. Okay, so here's 2:25. Let me throw it up on the screen. This is Jules, guys. $320 to $406 is missing. How convenient. Yeah, I don't think that's Murphy either. That sounds like something's happening outside. That's way too loud. That's way too loud. It's not muffled. It sounds like something's happening right outside on the backside. Oh my God. Oh my God. You know what I just realized? No, this isn't new. This has been out for a while. I just honed down on what Lyndon Beck said. Between 3 and 5, they were all awake. What were they awake doing? A door is open. just another thought. That's a great thought. A door could be open. So everyone is dead asleep. Outside, a cop canine to me. Oh my God.
You are the greatest of all time.
Jennifer, if that was, who was the canine handler for Ragnar? Wasn't that Tesdall? The canine team? This one, Ragnar? Who is the handler? Ryan Snyder. Holy freaking moly. Oh my God. My God. Ryan Snyder. He was just, how is he related? Oh my God, I just thought about that. But he's not attached to the U of I. Oh, that's such a cute fur baby. He dressed up for Halloween. Look at that. Oh my goodness. So, okay. Oh my God. My theory is becoming very clear. Remember when I said there could have been a possible raid? RAID? Is that the dog we're hearing? Is that possible? Because clearly, Moscow, in September 2021, Moscow City Council approved the purchase of a police drug recognition dog to combat the increasing drug use in our area. The ongoing rise in illegal drug activity and overdose incidents has made drug enforcement the top priority for the police department. Our police canine is another tool officers use to detect and investigate drug cases in our community. Holy freaking moly. Go see if I can find a video with Ragnar barking. How about that? Whoop, whoop. Let's go see if we can find something. Live dig, baby. Live dig time. Ragnar, Moscow dog, PD. Let's just see if we can find a video on him. They placed second. Big Country News. They placed second out of more than 50 narcotic dogs in the Pacific Northwest. That was in June 25. Let's see if I can find a video of this dog. Let's see if we can find one. Ragnar, Moscow, Idaho, dog. Oh, come on. We've got to be able to hear him or see him. Somebody's got to give us something. Come on, Ragnar. Where are you at? This dog's going to solve it. This dog is going to solve the IDAHO4 case. We need a video of Ragnar. Let me check Facebook. Let me see. I bet you there's got to be a video somewhere. Y'all need to start the search. Start searching everywhere possible. Idaho Police Canine Association. They placed second. I know they got a new drug dog out there. And all right, let's see. Let's see if we can hear him barking. I only would hope so. Video has no sound. Oh my God. You're killing me, Moscow. Oh my gosh, you're killing me. No sound. They didn't put any sound on this freaking video. Oh my gosh. Beautiful dog. Beautiful dog. He's smelling everywhere. Get them drugs. Redacted. Oh my goodness. We have got to find a video. Look at all these awards. That's the Latah County guy. Special Deputy Sheriff. Ragnar, we've got to find a video on him. Someone has to do one. Let's see. Let's see if the news did.
And the podium in Spokane.
Come on, we got to find this.
Saturday, it will showcase state. Parks Commission has now unanimously approved a 20-year.
We don't want to hear about the park. I want to hear about Ragnar. That's not what this video is about. It said Ragnar, the canine competition, evaluated dogs. All right. I'm going to email Kevin Fixler. Tell him we need a, hold on a minute. We need a dog barking session, please. Ragnar needs to be heard. All right, hold on. Kid safety, let's see. Oh, you're so handsome. Oh, what a cutie. All right, Moscow, we need a freaking picture. We need a video. Happy second birthday, Ragnar. We have got to find a video. There's Payne. Stop by, coffee with the cops. I need a local feet on the ground, boots on the ground. Let's see if we can find any videos. Dang it. There's got to be something. Now I'm on a mission. All right, let's go back. Where are you at, Ragnar? We need a video. What a cutie pie. The dog. All right, not that one. Not that. Okay, vote Ragnar. This is my son-in-law's dog. Oh my goodness. This is my son-in-law's drug dog for the city of Moscow. He's amazing and he has a huge contribution to the community. Please vote. Let's see what this says. Oh, no, it ended. But Julie Starr seems to be related to Ragnar. Where's Ragnar? Come on, let me see all your photos, girl. Do you have a picture? My son-in-law's drug dog. My son-in-law is Snyder. Is that Ragnar? I bet neighbor said not many dogs other than Murphy in the neighborhood. Snyder was a cop who was just there. No vehicle seen driving. He had to be there, I believe. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Is that Ragnar? Does he have his working vest on? She says it's her son-in-law. Son-in-law's drug dog. Is that Snyder? Yep, that's Snyder. That's him. Let's see if he's got any pictures of Ragnar. I don't want to see your kids. I just want to see the dog. I just want to see the dog, please. They must have went to Italy. Okay, so that's her son-in-law is Ryan Snyder. I just want to see Ragnar. I want to see a video of the dog. I want to see and listen how he barks. Somebody has to have a video. Someone's got to have a video. Come on. Was Ryan Snyder ex-military? Someone's got to have a video of this dog somewhere. Come on, people. There's got to be one, two, somebody. It's like a basketball game. Storm. Where does she live? She lives in Chandler. Oh my God. I can go drive over there and ask her. You guys want me to? Hey, can you just let me have a video of Ragnar barking, please? Ragnar in the training video, maybe on the city page. Oh my goodness. No Ragnar there. Ragnar in a training video. Well, they've muted out all the sound. Let me see if there's anything in training. In a training video. Oh, what a cutie. All right, let me just see. I don't see any reels. Let me see if there's any reels on here. Come on, there's got to be at least one or two. Oh my God, look at this. I love it. I love fur babies, y'all. Let me see if there's another one. Come on, we can find you. Oh, they don't have very many. Shoot. Nope. Oh my gosh. Somebody's gonna, a cute little ghost. Moscow Pullman Daily News, but you have to pay a subscription. I think I have one. Let me just see if there's any. That was the coffee. Have coffee with cops. All right. No, 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 no. Let's see, Kibby Dome. I don't see Ragnar in there. Nice parade. All right, so we're going to be on the lookout. Be right back. Okay, Caleb, we're going to be on the lookout. Snyder is on video, but the body removal also. Yeah, he is. But he goes out and he really does his diligence looking for what happened there. But if he was there already, why would he be back on the scene? You know what I'm saying? We just need a video of hearing him bark. That's all. That's all we're asking for. Look at all the people who are in the Citizens Police Academy. All those students. I wonder if Kaylee was in the Young Junior Police Academy. I wonder if she considered that. Okay, wow. What a freaking Freedom Friday that was. Y'all, we freaking did it. We are all...
You are the greatest of all time.
Snyder just appears there. In a doc drop, Dylan, in a female detective interview, Dylan mentions cop on steps as if it was much earlier. Then we all saw Snyder there, barking dog who doesn't sound like a golden doodle. No, it doesn't. I don't know if it would sound like a golden doodle, but how does... Just Google. Okay, let me Google. Let me go to Google and let me Google. That is an awesome comment. Miss Johnson, you are amazing. Check that out.
You are the greatest of all time.
And did drug dogs still bark? I know that for sure. Let me see. Barking Labrador Retriever. Roof, 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 roof. Yeah, it was an alert. Let me go to a drug dog barking. Let me do Labrador. Labrador drug dog bark. Here we go. Let me see if there's a. Let me see if there's a video of a drug dog. Labrador. Come on. Drug dog alerting drugs are present. Let's just do that. Eureka Police Department. Let me see who's got a video. Another police department has another do. K9 Blue. Let's see if they have any audio with this. Nope, no audio. Shoot, I'm going to find another one. Let me see if there's a barking one. Training. Let me do training alert. Nope. Are they not training? Here we go. Here we go. Intense search drive.
Ready? Drugs. Good boy.
Oh, no. Some of them are trained not to. Some of them are just trained to sit. So let me see if I can find another video. That one's for bombs. That one is dogs trained. Let's look at this one.
And you see the lights flashing behind you. What goes through your mind?
Oh, that's something totally different. I don't
Force is
see
due
the
today
dog.
to help avoid any unnecessary and humiliating traffic stops.
Certainly
That's a
their sensory
shepherd.
capacity. Certainly their training and the maintenance of that training. Certainly the training of the handler and the maintenance.
That's a shepherd. I don't
Lee
see
at
a.
traffic stop did spark.
I don't see a. Let me see. Come on, we got to find something to compare it to. Ah, they have video. They have audio. They block it out. Labrador Retriever trained in. Oh my God, you got to be kidding me. Roger, the lab, flunked out of the police academy for being too. There's got to be an answer.
Academy for being too friendly, but now he's an unlikely hero and he's being celebrated for a life-saving career. It just wasn't the career that he initially trained for. Roger started training to be a drug-sniffing dog for a police department in Taiwan when he was 6 months old. While he enjoyed having a job in general, he liked playing a little too much, and he had a tendency to just stop what he was doing whenever someone gave him attention. So Roger was officially removed from the program, but the local fire department figured that since Roger enjoyed completing tasks, had boundless energy, and loved people, he might just need a career change.
Google training a Labrador Retriever with sound. Thank God you guys are like my brain today. I told you I've been under the weather. Training a Labrador with sound. Let me see. Let's find a video. This lab. Training a Labrador, a drug dog. Work on the nose. Let's see if this one works.
Close. You got it. You got it. Daddy.
Hey guys, it's Brandon with Rough Woodwork. We received a lot of emails last night. Everybody wanting to see some videos of my K9. So we're going to go ahead and show you what we do just about every other day with him training. So after this, we'll show you the new dog we're training right now. He's a Malawal.
He's a Malawal. Shoot. Doesn't look like one, but okay. Let me find one, a Labrador. I'll find one. We're going to find one. We're going to have something to compare it to. There's got to be something out there. And if somebody they have loud barks, let me just see. Labrador. Let's just not do a drug dog. Let's just do they howl almost, don't they? Oh my God. You're killing me. You guys. Oh my God. We thought it was a German Shepherd. Holy moly. Holy, what in the world? Can someone say maybe there was an investigation or a raid, a parallel investigation? Holy freaking moly, you all. What happens? What happens? Just think of this. That's all alleged. We're just speculating. We're trying to put the pieces together that they've not told us the truth. We are truth seekers and truthers, and that's all we're doing is putting these breadcrumbs together. That's all we do, folks. Now think about this. Think 1 second. If someone pisses me off, and maybe I got into a fight or an altercation over a woman, 2 guys and 1 woman, if someone pisses me off, is someone going to call undercovers to say, hey, there might be some drugs over there? Think about that. Just a possibility. Just a possibility. Okay? And was that truly the undercover cop that we keep seeing going in and out of there? Was that the undercover? Definitely possible. And even though they say, ISP emailed me back and said, nope, there was not any firearm ballistic used, I still say, who was the guy laying on Maddie Mogan's floor? Was someone swatted? A lot was going on. Look at all those lights at 1119 right across the street that are definitely reflecting. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. What have we unearthed? I hope that we have just opened a can of worms, and people are now going to start understanding and seeing little bit of piece of truth, and maybe they will come forward. Oh, I don't believe the audio on here. I'm just saying, look at the scene. All these audios have been manipulated. I don't care where they came from. They have all been manipulated in some way, allegedly, in my opinion. Because we can't believe everything we see. We can't, unless you go and do it yourself. I'm sure some of these audios probably are true. They were released in FOIA request, but obviously the ones they don't want us to hear are the ones that are heavily redacted and silenced. But we are still going to dive deep. And do you think that that was just a coincidence with the shoes? With Hunter being too small? Where did his shoes go? Where was the missing time for him? Lyndon Beck probably knows where he was. And what was all this cleanup that was done to erase these latent footprints that look like potentially shower shoes? I don't know. We'll get back. But if I feel that I need to go live tomorrow, I'll go live in the afternoon. I'll bring you whatever I find later on, because I am still trying to get through these documents. I know some people definitely have gone through most of them. They're documents we've seen before. Some of it's new, especially the phone. Who answered Ethan's phone? I kind of have an idea. Oh, just alleged. We knew that there was some type of altercation because Ethan's hands and his autopsy prove it. Y'all, I think there was just more than one person working party patrols. Different agencies were all over this campus, different agencies. So I'll still go through the documents. I still have some new stuff. There is something of interest real quick. Which one was it? Gosh, there's so much. I got to get my thoughts together. I got to get over what I'm fighting. And I'll release it to you first. How about I do that? I'll release all my videos for the next maybe 2 or 3 days to all my members first. And then I'll go ahead and release him to the public, because you are so faithful. Y'all keep coming back. Y'all keep watching. Y'all keep sharing. I will release them all to you first. Be ready for when they drop. Y'all give my mods some massive love and support. Massive love and support to every single one of you. Remember, guys, go and hug your loved one today. Be well.
Yeah, this is my road. Let it roll. Pack my dreams in a beat up leather case. Left the dust of that suffocating place. They said a girl like me should stay in line, but I'd rather lose their map than lose my mind. Tune the radio to a station playing wild and free. Windows down, smelling like the pine trees. 500 miles and I'm just getting started. Say goodbye to the heavy-hearted. Oh, nobody's holding the reins tonight. I'm chasing the edge of the morning light. This is my highway, my open sky. I've got the wings and I'm ready to fly. No, yeah, the lines can tie me down. I'm Now they call me a outlaw, call me a breeze, shaking the leaves right off of the trees. Ain't no speed limits on the choices I make, with every single risk that I happily take. Got a heart like an engine, loud and true, writing my own rules. Nothing brand new, just an old soul singing with the modern beat, dusting off the pavement under my feet. This is my highway, my open sky. I've got the wind, can tie me down. I'm leaving my tracks all over this town. Freedom, freedom, yeah, ooh, yeah. And if I get lost in the dark of the night, I know my own stars will show me the light. No more shadows to cover my face. I'm running my pace, I'm winning my race. Freedom, yeah, just let it roll.